Live from the Export Beer Garden studios, thank Christ, and brought to you by Export Ultra, the beer for here. This is the Agenda podcast for Thursday, the 6th of March. It's great to be home.
Yeah.
The Agenda podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
It's good to see you, Matt.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Lane, G Lane, Grim Lane, the Grim Reaper of sport. So last time I talked to you was live on News Talk ZB. You were in Las Vegas. You just you just landed, and I said, "What did I say to you?" I said, "Go home, hug your family, get out of there now." That's what I said. I said, "Turn around and leave."
Yeah, a good idea at the time, and I wish I'd followed that advice, but I was never going to follow that advice ever.
It would have been an insane man that did that.
Do you know what the best thing that happened to me in the last week? And that is, we flew home and we got home at 4:30 a.m. I got home at 5 a.m.
Oh.
Got in, had a shower, went up to get into my bed just to maybe get a few hours sleep before the kids wake up. The youngest child is in the bed with my wife. And I kind of sidled in and he leaned over and goes, "G'day, Dad," and gave me a big hug.
Oh.
And I burst into tears. 5 in the morning. Hey, man! I'm fucking lucky.
The problem with somewhere as fun as Vegas is that humans weren't meant to have that much fun. We're not actually built to have that much fun.
Nah.
And such is the gravity of life that afterwards you just pay such a horrific price for it.
So bad.
Why can't we live in a universe where you just have a really good time?
All the time.
And then you have a great time. And then you look back on what a good time that was. And then on the flight home, you have a good time. And then you have a good time with your family. And then you just go and have a good time.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. Not at all. Great trip. Worst part of it, the league.
Yeah.
Worst part of the whole thing. We went to ice hockey games. Amazing. Went to the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Went to 2 of those games.
Wow.
That's how you do fucking sports entertainment. Holy shit.
I was actually thinking of that when I was watching the league on TV, that Americans would look at this and go, "You're not actually doing a full sport experience.
Where's the rest of it?
Yeah, where's the rest of it?
Where's the singing and dancing? Where's the music? Where's everything?"
Yeah.
It was just a bunch of dudes running around.
They sort of nod towards some entertainment before it started.
Yeah, Savage came out and played. That was weird. They put him on a stage at the top of Allegiant Stadium, so he was like an ant at the top, and you can't really call Savage an ant, but at that stadium he looked like an ant.
Yeah.
And of course, 10,000 people there knew who he was.
Yeah.
The other 40,000 away, the fuck's that guy jumping up and down with those girls in bikinis?
Also, I thought, and this has been picked over. Obviously, the coals have been well and truly raked over. But all week, you saw league people appearing in public saying, "Wait till you Americans see what rugby league's like. No pads, the skill level, it's hardcore, and just running down American football, hard." I mean, that seemed to be the approach, saying we've got a better product.
Yeah, we're tougher. We
We're
don't
tougher.
wear pads or helmets.
Yeah, more skill, faster game.
Heaps more CTE.
Yeah. And then the game that the Raiders and the Warriors put on, you wouldn't call it a tour de force. You wouldn't call it league at its best, would you? They didn't put their best foot forward.
No, certainly not. And I must admit, it was a strange experience going to that stadium. Like next level a stadium. Plonked kind of just out of main strip Vegas. So it's a 20-minute walk but still, 20-minute walk is easy. It's flat.
Yeah.
But it's just like enclosed, just plonked there. Like, New Zealand stadiums are all this mishmash of different stands or whatever. And they've got enough car parking in there for, 20,000 cars. There was no cars there because every single person just about who was going was a tourist. So no one had cars.
Right. Yeah. So normally, I mean, parking is the biggest part of an American sporting venue. They have huge parking areas.
And tailgate parties.
Yeah.
Not one.
Yeah.
Not one car, not one tailgate party. I think I saw a few people parked up, but it was kind of a surreal because it was like we were arriving at an empty stadium because there was no
How many
cars.
people do you think were converted to league from America?
I don't know if that. I mean,
is that the goal, or is it just to take a lot of money out of the New Zealand economy and dump it into Las Vegas?
A bit of both. I think also it's a bit of Peter V'landys, rugby league. It's him saying. I think he's saying he's trying to introduce it to America, but then if you dig around on the surface, scratch the surface a little bit, I think it's more to do with the gambling.
Right.
And if we can get Americans, just a small percentage of Americans, to have a vague interest in NRL and start punting on it, then that's worth way more than getting 10,000 Americans to play the game.
That's interesting.
That's kind of where I reckon it it
Yeah.
lies. I can't see them converting anyone
No.
to league because they're like, you guys are fucking crazy. No one's wearing helmets or pads. I've got no idea what's going on.
Yeah. It was funny, the commentary, you wouldn't have heard it, but it was all explaining the rules.
All right.
And the rules sound ridiculous when they're explained constantly because they're burnt into our brain.
Yeah. And the 6 more as well. Like,
the 6 more.
Waving on. You go, what the fuck is the ref waving? Who's he waving at?
He stripped the ball that time, but this time it's not stripped.
Yes, because it was a one-on-one.
Yeah, it was a one-on-one, so it's not. But this time it is stripped. It's all these kind of things.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a great sport, but it's a great... I don't know about sports invading other countries. I think, obviously football does it.
Yeah.
I mean, what sports have really taken off in other countries?
Well, they've never really taken off, but they've tapped into fans of other countries.
Yeah,
so when the NFL goes to Melbourne the next year or the year after or whatever,
but that's what I mean. That's
they'll
the problem.
sell it out.
That's the problem. The NFL is invading. But it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. People don't play it.
No,
it does. It's not about the playing. It's
fans
about
of it.
It's watching it and betting on it. Yeah, it's a really good point.
So look, Vegas 4 nights was way too much.
Yeah.
I thought it was always going to be 3, so I'd mentally prepared for 3, and then when I found out and I checked in, staying for 4 nights, sir, and I'm like, am I?
That's amateur. You only ever stay for 3.
I know, but my whole time I was like, 4 nights, really? And my first night, I was rooming with my friend Tyler, and Tyler didn't get into our room until 5 in the morning. So he knocked at the door. Oh, g'day, Mike. He comes in, face plants, snores so loudly that I had to put earplugs and go sleep in the bath. So from then on, it just went a bit downhill. When I say downhill, it was great fun, but it was just loose. But a question for you, Matt, before we get into the big news of overnight.
Yeah, what I was watching last night.
Just a hypothetical. If you were going to host an event in front of 200 people the night before a league game, say in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Hypothetical.
Hypothetical. And you're interviewing a former Kiwi, former All Black, former Warrior, and doing a Q&A on stage, would you take gummy mushrooms?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
That's good.
Okay. I don't know. Graham Norton might. I'm just trying to think of the great interviewers.
Yeah.
Parkinson. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Good. Okay.
Definitely mushies.
Who else?
Paul Holmes.
Paul Holmes?
Yep. He would have done it. But me, no.
Okay, good.
No. Because what happens then is you become totally aware of the ridiculousness of the situation, and there's suddenly a huge gap between your thoughts in your head and how your mouth works.
Yeah. A lot of silences.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard. I've heard from watching Paul Holmes.
Yeah.
And the like.
And you really feel the people that are watching. You're just hypothetically, you'd really feel.
Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, it would be a strange experience.
I can imagine an experience like that. You'd want to be almost anywhere else on the mushrooms as opposed to on stage. I imagine.
Yeah. But
that's an interesting hypothetical.
Yeah. Well, it's just hypothetical. It's one of those kind of things that, you just want to ask.
Yeah. Have you got a hypothetical that you've pulled randomly out of the sky? You got to ask it.
Yeah. Hey, big thanks to Boys Trip as well. They put on a great tour, very organised. I mean, I can remember doing Beige Brigade tours back in the day, and we wouldn't take half the amount of people they were. And they do such a good job at dealing with other people's shit.
Yeah.
People losing their passports on first nights, people getting locked out of their rooms, people missing flights, all of that stuff.
A group of people in Las Vegas are going to... The admin starts to slip, I imagine.
Yeah, David Deal, great man, great New Zealander. Also, big thanks to Export Ultra as well. We had a bunch of people over there from Export Ultra, from kind of Liquorland winners to Big Barrel winners to the ACC intern, who I don't think he'll be getting a full-time internship, but I'd give him a full-time job. Yeah. He partied hard.
Yeah, good on him.
Old Sam was a great New Zealander.
Oh, good on you. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, we'll come back in a minute with news. Not good news for my family.
Oh, yeah, not good. Oh, no. Oh, no, you're not. Okay. Oh, no. Because I was watching something quite early this morning. All right. Okay.
We'll get back in a sec.
They will try. Now then, it's all about Ngidi getting back, and he will. What a brilliant performance this by David Muller to thrill the crowd, to thrill us all.
Loser.
It counts for not much at the end of the day, but for the family, it'll mean plenty.
A round of applause from his teammates, and so it should be. It has been a wonderful exhibition at the back end in a losing cause. He struck it brilliantly, and he's got himself exactly to that three-figure score. 100 in the Champions Trophy semi-final, 100 in the Cricket World Cup semi-final.
It is, but the handshakes do belong to New Zealand here. They have won this semi-final by 50 runs. It will be their third final in the last 6 ICC white ball tournaments. Their first final in the Champions Trophy, though, since 2009.
Well, they haven't had a Champions Trophy since 2009. But anyway, how David Miller? Like, have you ever seen a person play for their average more than David Miller at the end of that?
Yeah.
So we score 362 for 6. They are fuck all. They need like 100 off 4 overs or whatever.
Yeah.
And David Miller, he struck a good ball, farts around, runs 1s and 2s, gets to 100 and a losing. Like, oh, come on, man.
Well, it was great for Ian Smith because he could celebrate the opposition, because one thing Ian Smith hates is celebrating New Zealand. So he could really put the focus on David Miller, who was hitting it. And it was really annoying to watch because, you're seeing Carl Jamieson, Gulliver being smashed around, and, that's not great for his confidence. You're worried he gets the yips or something. But, it was all fucking pointless. At the end.
I know. Yeah. It was annoying to watch. He's a good player, but Russian Ravindra, the hairy Rav, 108. The steady the ship Williamson, 102.
That's so good. I heard him talking about it, ravishing Rick, and he was just saying, we're playing pretty well, and then he goes, Kane just started going for it, so I was like, I'll go for it, and then they just went for it. So good.
And classic Phillips, 49 off 27 balls, and then Satner just absolutely choked the life out of India as well. So great that 3 senior players stood up, like a former captain, a current captain, and potentially look at Ravindra as a future captain.
That's classic, Daniel Vittori type figures there, isn't it?
Yeah.
From Mitch Satner, 3 for 43.
But they're playing in Lahore, and they play them pretty well in Pakistan. They had their warm-up series in Pakistan. So you'd have to say that they are the best team in this Champions Trophy, which has been hosted in Pakistan.
Yeah. Just that other thing that's happening over there with India and Dubai is a different thing.
Fuck India. Fuck India and the BCCI. Like the fact that they are so full of themselves that they stay in Dubai in a sweet hotel with their families, no doubt, playing on the same pitch every fucking time just because they're India and they're like, I don't want to go to Pakistan. So like everyone else's team safety doesn't really matter. Yeah. It's theirs. Go fuck yourself.
And it's just rigging it for them anyway.
Totally.
At least New Zealand went down there and had a little bit of a play in there, so they've seen the conditions. They got spanked, but at least it's not a complete unknown to them.
Good, we got spanked though.
Yeah, it was great to not
win
Australia.
that one. Yeah.
Great to face South Africa in a semi-final. Always good to face South Africa in a semi-final.
Yeah,
but we absolutely pantsed them.
Yep.
And what an insane tournament of high scores.
Yeah, but the pitches in Pakistan have been belters.
Yeah.
Like, forget the next ICC World Cup, guess where that is, Matt?
India?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked.
They'll suck the life out of it.
Yeah, wicked. Oh, unless they lose and they'll move it back to Dubai or something.
Yeah.
Just to.
Yeah, so wouldn't it be great to beat India? I know like we're, they're firm favourites.
Yeah.
But especially since it's all, been, gerrymangered in their favour.
Yeah.
But how good? How good would it be to break their hearts again?
We need to do a World Test Championship.
Yeah, World Test Champion on them.
Yeah, because that was the worst thing, according to BCCI and India Cricket, that happened to World Cricket for a number of years, is us beating them in the World Test Championship final. That was the worst thing ever.
What I'd love to beat them, look, I would love to beat them any way we can, but where we get we put up a substandard total, and still beat them. I love doing that to India.
There's a bit of weather around Dubai.
Right.
There is a bit of weather.
Right.
It's had a bit of rain the last couple of days.
Wow.
Yeah. It never rains. Only when the Israelis cloud seed does it rain.
Yeah.
But that's going to be interesting. So we need a bit of that as well, a bit of craziness.
Yeah.
A bit of craziness to upset it. But I don't think the Indians would want to face us in the final.
No, they wouldn't. No, they'd be so annoying because I've been thinking about this, and I often think about this actually with New Zealand cricket because we always do so well in the tournaments, right?
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
We're such a small country. It just must be like, what the hell have they got?
Yeah.
Like, how do they keep coming up with, these players? And, even our bowling attack's looking good for the future as well. We just keep coming up with these players.
It's like, you know how everyone talks about population? They're like, India's got a billion people. New Zealand's got, how many we got? 5?
Yeah, 5.
But look at how many actual registered cricket players we've got. It is in like the tens of thousands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas in India, you're talking, they all play cricket.
Yeah.
Here, I don't know many people who still play cricket or play cricket.
Yeah.
I love the game. I used to love the game. I used to play the game. I still love the game. I used to play it. But it just doesn't even compare. They're like, they've got how many professional players? What?
None of my
120.
None of my kids' teenage mates play cricket.
Yeah.
None of them.
Where are they coming from?
Yeah, where are they coming from? Where are we getting these world-class players that deserve huge payouts on the international stage when they go into the T20 tournaments?
South Africa. They've been pretty good to us
Yeah.
in terms of that. Maybe we're just providing a good, sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Well, I'd say that. I say, like, absolutely, recently the government was saying, like, if you buy, was it $2 million property, you can move here, or you spend $2 million in the economy, you can move here. There's something, I think the number's $5 million to move to America. If you're good at cricket, come.
Yeah.
That's it. You just have to go in, like,
We'll do
have
a
a customs office or an immigration office. You bowl 6 balls that bounce past the stumps, you're in.
So you're saying we build an indoor facility at Auckland International and Christchurch International, and it's like as you come in, you got a choice.
Yeah.
You can bring in $2 million or show us you're going to invest in New Zealand, or we can take you to this cricket net and you need to score 100 off this bowling machine or bowl 6 balls at 160 kilometres an hour. Automatic passport.
If you're Australian, we'll pay you $2 million.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's going to be really hard to get. No Australians want to move here.
Yeah, it's true.
But they're really good at cricket.
Yeah.
So Australian arrives. You're good at cricket. You're great. Yep. You've had a great domestic season over there. We offer them $2 million to become a Kiwi citizen.
Let's just start selling.
Because there's domestic players in Australian cricket that never really get into the top team that would have had really good careers in New Zealand. Yeah,
like our rugby players.
Yeah.
There's rugby players all through Super Rugby that would make international teams all over the world.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah.
They just leave and they do. Okay, so it's passports for cricket campaign.
Passports for sporting prowess.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm into it. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing pretty well at the moment. Maybe they're already doing it.
Yeah, they seem. Now I look at our team. I go, there seems to be a few.
Yeah, I think they are doing it.
Yeah, there seems to be a few.
I'm not going to confirm or deny whether I'm headed to Dubai. I certainly wouldn't have gone to Lahore if the final was in Lahore, but Dubai, a lot more tempting. That's one flight from New Zealand.
Grim Air.
I'll be flying Grim Air. I've already worked out the timings. I can leave on Saturday morning, get there in time, and leave the next day after the game.
And you've got access to the Reaper Club.
Yep.
Where you get on the plane, go over there and destroy that.
Well, some would say that this isn't a world tournament. It's the Champions Trophy. It's an ICC tournament, but it's not a World Cup.
Yeah.
This is not a World Cup.
I mean,
so
on top of everything they've been doing, there's so many different World Cups.
Yeah.
In such a short era, then they throw a Champions Trophy on top of it.
Yeah. So, I mean, look.
That's the only one we've won, though.
You can't,
apart from the Test Championship.
Yeah, it is. We talk about it relentlessly. But also, I got blamed for the loss in Vegas. Now,
well, yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe we weren't blaming you in advance. I forgot to hassle you in advance of going.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. Plenty of people did. And I've yelled at the stadium quite a few times. Grim Lane, shit's your fault. I was like, come on, man. It's not my fault. It's not my fault the team were out at Kevin Hart till midnight the night before and punting away like Billy-O everywhere.
Yeah, maybe they should have done that curfew. They said we're going to treat them like adults.
Yeah.
I mean, do we have any information on that? Whether they went back to their hotel and had a nice sleep?
It's hard to have a nice sleep in Vegas.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's pretty hard to have a nice sleep there. But
Well, consider we had no pace, no defence, and sort of no playmaking. Just did look like some people with a hangover.
It had a hangover vibe.
It did have a heavy hangover vibe.
Yeah, it did.
I hope it was a hangover. God, that would be the best case scenario. If we find out right now at the start of the season that they were fucking honkingly hungover when they played that game, shit, that would be good news.
All is forgiven.
Yeah, because it'd be like them might have a season.
And they might as well have run out with baby packs on the front, like Alan from The Hangover. That would have been quite good.
It would have been so good if they ran out with Mike Tyson tattoos, one of them.
Teeth missing.
It would have been a good gag anyway.
Yeah, it would have been a good gag. But I tell you, not such a good gag. least the off-field team of maybe the off-field team. This is the dead fish. Slapping the dead fish in the middle of the table because the assistant coach of the Warriors, Richard Agar, is alleged to have confronted that journalist. You would have seen all this in the media. Grabbed him by the throat, slammed him against the wall at halftime in the media box, allegedly. But now whitewash investigations from the NRL, they've called them in.
Oh, yep.
To maybe just whitewash this whole thing. But is this whitewash's work, making up this scenario to get over the fact that the Warriors practically ran on the field with babies' packs on their fronts with Mike Tyson tattoos and missing teeth? Married to hookers.
It'd be so good if a photo came out of them all just waking up on the floor in one hotel room, hangover style, going, what
Tigers
happened? And
the
then
tiger in the bathroom.
Yeah. They go,
Well, our Tigers fan in the bathroom would be
and
funny.
then one of them goes, Tuapiki goes, we're playing today. Got up. Yeah, no, it does seem like classic whitewash.
Yeah.
Fish on the table.
It's a preemptive strike. Dead fish,
smart.
rotten fish on the table.
Yeah, it's good.
Everyone's just looking at this.
Yeah.
They won't get quite as sensitive because it's off-field staff.
It's brilliant because it's not the coach.
Nah, it's the assistant
coach.
coach. Yeah, and he's
It's a step back.
Yeah, and it shows he's passionate because obviously this guy's upset him, this journo.
And it's a journalist, and
Yep.
it's a Guardian journalist.
No one
and
likes
everyone
them.
hates Guardian
Yeah.
journalists, so there's no
Classic-
sympathy at all for him.
Classic
It's
whitewash.
brilliant. They
It's
go,
classic whitewash.
What newspaper? Guardian sports journalist. Absolutely. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we've uncovered a massive controversy there. You heard it first here on the Agenda podcast. Right, we're over in America. They do sports and everything so well over there. But you see that LeBron James has become the first player to record 500,000 points. Is that right? Or 50,000?
It's got to be
50,000. Why is that in the wrong place? That comma in the wrong place.
It's because Joe wrote it this morning, so that might clear that up.
50,000 points.
It's a misleading comma.
Yeah. People saying that he's now better than Michael Jordan, but I don't know about that. In terms of longevity, he's better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
In terms of actually watching, I disagree.
No, NBA's in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
It's boring. It's lost half its audience.
Where are they going? League.
Yeah, they all jumped on league. All the NBA fans in the United States rang Peter V'landys and said, "Can we get on board?"
It is something that
I think
LeBron James.
I think basketball's become a social media sport almost entirely now.
Yeah, it is. It's just YouTube clips.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Right, let's take a quick break because we need to come back with 5 yours pleases. No doubt, heavily Vegas involved, but we'll be back in just a moment with yours please. Righto, game of two halves. The ACC does game of two halves. It is back, season 2. It is on again tonight at 8:30, free on Sky Open. Check that out. Manai Stewart, Chris Key. We've specifically told them to filth it up. Come in with so much filth that they can't leave it on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
So I believe they met the brief last week and just came in hot, so they couldn't actually cut any of it out.
That's good.
Yeah, so...
Because it's got the ACC on it.
I know, get more filth.
Yeah.
But the offcuts of this would be probably a better show. Anyway, that's beside the point. But check it out tonight and see if they've met the brief again.
I'm one of the offcuts from that show. I got fired from that show. For being
at least you got hired.
I got fired from that show for being too intense.
Oh.
And also taking a job that was filmed, that was recorded at the exact time. I couldn't do it.
That,
but still, I was kicked out for just being a maverick. And also getting a job at News Talk ZB.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of which, how's your nudity gone down at ZB? I saw a video of you taking your shirt off in Mike Hosking's studio and rubbing yourself all over the desk.
Yeah.
How'd that?
Went down poorly. It's funny, actually, Mike Hosking was hassling me on air about, he said, Matt Heath's got a terrible body. And I was thinking, mate, that's kind of like, I was trying to think what it is. Is it like Quasimodo hassling, let's say, Quasimodo hassling...
from Beauty and the Beast?
No, it's like, okay. No, I was going to say, it was Quasimodo hassling Napoleon about his body when neither of you are Anton Dupont.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, well, he isn't exactly Fabio, is he?
No, like if we were going to oil up and put on a posing pouch, as you have,
yes,
then I would back me.
Yeah, he has got a very feminine body.
Yeah.
He wears heavily distressed jeans, so distressed they're not even on him.
Yeah.
He wears high heels.
Yeah.
He's very much Eddie Izzard-esque, isn't he, in the way he dresses?
Yeah. Yeah, and look, I actually
Did you say get your rig out then? You should say get your rig out.
At Classic ZB social media, I ripped him a new one on my show, and they only put his hassling me on the social media.
Yeah. Did it get quite a lot of leverage though? I'm sure your show's doing well now because people want to come and watch your rig.
Yeah.
But it's great because I love how you did that. But that was a dime a dozen when you were in Hodaki.
Yeah, I was with nude.
I've seen you run around. Remember, you had in your underpants swinging it around your head. Yeah, and you were smashing computers. And
yeah. You know, it's funny, It's different. But I guess it's like you don't swear in front of your grandparents or your parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, it makes sense to get nude at Radio Hodaki. Like, it's weird if you don't.
Yeah.
But up there, they don't. I might be the first person to have got nude in the studio.
You gonna double down?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get into yours, please.
Bring someone back there after the radio awards party. Go for it.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Leader, home of the lasagna topper.
Rightio, first one. Yours, please.
You get that, Murray, long-time caller, first-time listener. Just an impossible task for G Lane to do in Vegas. Just have one or two beers and have an early night. No casino, no durries. Just one or two beers, nice meal, in bed before 9. Impossible task for G Lane.
Yeah, that wasn't possible. I was never going to do that.
Somebody seen that was. With the cicada in the background.
It was.
Yeah. This is never going to happen, is it?
Nah. I got given a lot of challenges. I believe I ticked most of them off, but they were never recorded for obvious reasons. Because Joe Drew was unconscious. Because that's quite good when he's unconscious and in bed. You know that you're going to have a pretty incident-free night because it's not going to get put on social media.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's. I never thought about it like that just till now. I was like, I had such a great night that night because Joe had passed out already.
He didn't become a liability, did he?
A little bit. I had to Lundy him to bed. Full Lundy, yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Anyway,
we've all been Lundied to bed by you.
Yeah.
At some point.
Okay, next one. Yours, please.
A couple of suggestorinos for the old 5 challenges of G Lane in Vegas. Don't fucking jinx the Warriors, please.
Sorry about
Too
that.
late.
Did that.
Get a face tat like Mike Tyson or the fella off the Hangover. Don't ruin your marriage. Don't jinx the Warriors.
I managed to...
Don't jinx the Warriors and don't jinx the Warriors. Yeah, thank you. Love yous, fuck yous.
Yep. So, yeah, you did jinx the Warriors.
Yeah. Yep, I did. Okay, next one. Yours, please. My marriage is still alive.
Someone needs to be with G Lane at all times until at least Sunday night, because then he can't get to Dubai. Just lock him up in a closet or keep him hidden away from somewhere. Just make sure he doesn't leave the territorial waters of New Zealand. Just keep him locked up somewhere, you know. Maybe we need him to commit a crime, keep him in prison for a couple of days. Just take his passport away. Fucking just make sure he doesn't go. Please.
He's already booked his flights on Grimmier.
Oh, look, Grimmier's...
He's got his Reaper rewards.
Grimmier's incoming because I need to put this to bed once and for all. And I know that if I'm there and we win, people are going to go, it's not a World Cup. Still good. Like, they'll find a fucking technicality to still call me Grim Lane.
Yeah, well, so look, I used to have always had a tradition of drinking a red wine with my mate Matt Gibb before watch every Warriors game, and I didn't on this game.
Oh.
And we were talking, and the Warriors lost, right? And so we were saying our curse is broken, and then he immediately said, but G Lane's the Grim Lane curse, the Grim Reaper, the G Reaper.
What does the G Reaper outrank the red wine?
No, the G Reaper has been confirmed.
Oh, okay.
Mathematically, like scientifically, in a peer-reviewed paper, a blind-tested study, the fact that you went over there and the Warriors lost, that's been proved, and we're off the hook, man, according to me and Matt Gibb.
Well, you guys keep telling yourself that. As long as you guys feel better about yourselves by using me as a straw man, then I'm happy to be that straw man for you. I don't want to ruin your season. Look, I have my passport on me at all times, so you won't be able to take it away from me. And I'll see you in Dubai, motherfucker. Next one, last one. 2 more. Yours, please.
G'day, team.
Oh, jeez.
Hope you made it back safe from Vegas. Andrew from Apes here. Just wanted to chime in on the fucking fuckers. Fucking fuck or fucking fuck.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Okay.
Fuck. Fuck fucking fuckers.
Yeah, so that's a lights out. Yours, please, isn't it? The lights are out. The curtains are closed.
Yeah. Or a serial killer.
Yeah.
In his basement, about to chop someone up.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you for that.
Last one. Yours, please.
Righto, boys. This is a call to order. We all need to go down and spend some more time at our local pubs. We just lost ours around the corner from mine. It was 300 metres away.
Oh, no.
And then some old kook bought the house across the road 5 years ago and started complaining about the noise at 10 o'clock at night. So we've lost our local. Don't let you lose yours. Go down there, show them some love, give them some support. I just thought this message needed to get out there more. It's a sad sight seeing your local pub shut. Bless, fucking bless.
Yeah. Well, we do. Hey, so I was pitching this. I was pitching this is my current plan on News Talk ZB. This is my what's this? There's a fancy saying for your mission in life. It's a French word. I can't remember it. Someone will tell me. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is campaign to get tax taken off alcohol in pubs and only have the tax on alcohol in bottle stores.
Well, don't they have that in Aussie?
Yeah,
it's similar because the bottle stores are so expensive.
Yeah, it's sort of not fully there, but everything but GST taken off because you want people to go to pubs and you want them to build pubs and you want them to hire people to work in pubs and you want people to get together. And
we're social animals.
Yeah, and currently everything's geared towards people just drinking at home. So in stadiums, there should be no tax on the beer. And so people will actually go along instead of watching the sport at home, and pubs and restaurants, so people get out and about and the economy actually pings, as opposed to just buying a 1125 gin and drinking yourself to death in front of the Warriors.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it. And do get down to your local, but it sounds like it wasn't the local's fault. It was some NIMBY who managed to get them shut down.
Those people should be tasered, eh?
Oh, totally. Like at will.
Yeah.
People should be able to walk past and taser you and move on.
We'll close at 10, but you will get tasered at 10 o'clock every night at closing. That's the deal.
I agree. Get down to your local.
Yeah, get down to your local.
Or that guy should just open another one. Maybe buy the guy's house off and burn it down, then reopen the pub.
Yeah, it's... you need a bit cash behind you to do that kind of
nuclear option.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, Matt. You get back up to ZB, get your kit off, rub yourself all over the desk again.
Oh, well.
It's easily the highlight of my very short ZB listening life, is seeing you rub yourself all over somewhere where Hosking sits, because he's such a germophobic midget that
it's really not fun for him having like an absolute grub in the sharing.
Can you do one?
Having to share, Mike Hosking have to share the Matt Heath studio it's not good for him.
Can you do one thing for me?
What?
Do you use the printer in there?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Do you use his keyboard, or has he got his own keyboard?
I use his keyboard, yeah.
Can you, end of today's show, get a butter knife from the kitchen and just go and you can pop the keys off one by one. Can you just change around the I and the O? And just put them in different places.
Oh.
And just let him type away whatever whatever he does. He's like, why am I keep misspelling? Because he's hitting the vowels.
That would be evil, wouldn't it?
So just do that. If you wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah.
And then if you get caught, when you go back in, you just swap them back again.
Oh, right.
And then you just go, what's your problem?
Yeah. Well, if that happens, everyone, it wasn't me.
Yeah, it was me. Just blame me.
Okay. It was
I'm happy to take the hit. And he'll go, who the fuck's that guy?
Yeah.
And I'll get my kit off and run around and rub myself all over him as well.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Okay. Thanks, Matt. Today we'll be back tomorrow. We've got the ACC Sportsbook tomorrow, plus Minai Stewart back tomorrow as well to review the weekend of sport. Go the Black Caps.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.